Today on Attack of the Show, Snakes on a Plane Week continues as we get some in-flight guidance from Juliana Margulies. Then, are violent video games dragging down society and corrupting the minds of America's youth? Jack Thompson sure thinks so.
This type of product constitutes a clear and present danger.
And is your girlfriend too dirty or just dirty enough? Our sex experts have answers.
Make sure to grab her breasts when you're doing it.
All this and more on a live and special Snakes on a Plane edition of Attack of the Show.
There's a snake in my ass.
Starting right now.
Drop the beat.
What's going on here?
Attack.
Pick up on this. Attack.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Not you. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Thursday the 10th. What's up, everyone? I'm Olivia Munn, and there's something wrong with you.
That raw energy just winded me.
A little bit, yeah. I was.
Their enthusiasm.
I don't know if you guys can feel it out there, but we feel it.
It annihilated me. Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Pereira. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles, and today things are heated.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff going on. The government, they raised the terror alert level to red or tangerine. And Jack Thompson's on our show debating game violence. That's going to be cool. And according to the Aztec calendar, believe it or not, it's still Snakes on a Plane Week. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Let's hear it for graphics and squealy electric guitar. All right.
We had hundreds of live snakes on the show yesterday. And thankfully, all of the snakes have been cleared out of the studio. They're not in that little...
Actually, funny note, and this is the God's honest truth. The Wranglers, they were packing them all up, and of course they were counting all the snakes. They came up one short.
No, they didn't.
I swear they really did. And they were here late. They were like picking up couch cushions and looking in little boxes.
But what
and trying to
happened?
find it.
Did they find? They just left it?
They chalked it up to like bad counting before they came here. So there literally could be a snake loose at G4.
Like underneath the
we're not sure.
couch?
Yeah, but it's cool because we've had rats in the studio before, so we figure
Might be in the...
two birds, one stone. There you go. So be careful when you're using the old baño.
Yeah, okay, actually I was thinking about it, and what do I care about one snake?
Yeah, you had a whole garbage can dumped on you.
Whole garbage can. Okay, this is where I freaked out,
This is hot is what this is.
No,
I didn't even have to use my news groups last night.
That pissed me off, though, when you did that, though. I had so many snakes on me, and then you had me jump
that
like
was
that.
a dream come true. You don't have how many soggy dreams I've had that just ended like that. But
really?
The real thing here is we didn't dump snakes on you because we thought it would look funny. We did it because I destroyed you in rock, paper, scissors.
No.
And that's why you got the unfortunate dumpage.
First of all, I'm amazing at rock, paper, scissors, and
I think you lost yesterday in front of America.
Well, I'm pissed off. You know, you can go ahead and say that all you want, but I went home and I watched it, and I did a little instant replay on my TiVo. You cheated. He cheated. He didn't. Look at that. You see that right there?
That's the Eagle's talon.
Yeah. He was going to do scissors, and he saw me do a rock, which would have then killed his scissors.
Hey, it's funny because it normally only works on third graders, but you fell right for it.
Okay, Kevin,
you shoot it out.
I can't see it that way.
What it is, you shoot it out, kids. If you ever want to cheat, shoot it. It looks like you're going rock, and if they go, paper, then just let them fly out. Looks like you were just priming it.
I hate you.
A little bit of that. You know what I'm saying?
That pissed me off so much.
Well, you fell for it, and you got snakes. What are you going to do?
Okay, well, good. Well, revenge is a bitch. Because when I came in this morning, I sat down with the producers, and I let them know that I watched the instant replay, and then I brought a little present for you.
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly. That's a tarantula. A poisonous, deadly tarantula that actually can eat a mouse whole. Doesn't have to tear it apart, just eats it whole.
I love my mouse hole. I don't want anybody eating it.
Well, it's going to.
Am I playing rock, paper, scissors with it, or?
It's going to be all over you somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I want to put it, but it's going to be there. You have a little bit of fear, don't you?
Great. Actually, I dislike spiders more than I dislike snakes.
I know.
So this is fantastic.
I read your little website page. Figured that out for myself. But right now, it's time to gaze upon the glory and wonder of the World Wide Web.
We are going around the net. First up, a wonderful combination of movie promotion and feminism.
Snakes on a babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a group of tangled serpents covering up a naked lady. We know that alone might be enough for some people, but
Guilty.
but if you click the matching snakes, they'll vanish, revealing more and more of the babe and increasing the trouble you get into if your boss found you doing it at work.
That's like a fetish hoary Taipei. I like that.
Like Shanghai, the tiles, you
The
match them
matching
up.
tiles, yeah.
Yeah,
Much
but
better.
on this one, though, before you get to see everything, a giant snake strikes you and then kicks you to a contest entry page. It's a big tease.
That's weak.
It's a big tease. Me, I'll just take off my clothes. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't need snakes or anything.
There's no
just,
tease.
No,
No.
just point a camera and turn a red light on, and there you go.
Red light. Got it.
Now, it's a scientific fact that everyone loves cake. It's proven. You can look
I
it
love
up.
cake.
But what if there were an actual way to make cake better, Olivia?
Like with more frosting, that like kind of really frosty, like sugary, the one that's like fluffy that you get at the bakery, and
Olivia,
maybe
no.
it's going to be in can.
No,
and-
Olivia, stop. Just stop. You're embarrassing us. Just stop it. This is bigger than mere frosting. I'm talking about a meat cake.
What?
Yeah, cake looks normal.
Oh, that's
looks like a
disgusting.
normal run-of-the-mill cake. It's
Meat
got
with
like
frosting
it's
on
got like a T-bone on top of it, made out of ketchup, or it kind of looks like a uterus. But don't worry about that. You wouldn't notice anything crazy about this cake until you cut inside, and then you're sawing through layer upon mouth-watering layer of AAA USDA-approved ground beef.
Yeah, but what do they use that
The frosting? No. That's 100% Idaho mashed taters. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
And the glaze? Delta Sigma Phi frat house. Actually, steak sauce. Steak sauce. And the taste, I hear, sinfully delicious.
That looks delicious. I want some right now.
It's a confection that spits in the very face of God. We have to assume. I mean, it looks pretty good.
That's
right?
pretty dramatic, actually,
Well, I just
for a
did-
meat cake.
It looks tasty. I want some meat
I
cake.
wonder if we could have some.
We are, when we come back from Vegas, we'll soak up the alcohol.
Oh, yeah,
with
with
a little
grease
meat cake.
and meat.
Little meat cake.
Delicious. Okay, a little while back on the show, we staged Mentocalypse Now, where we use Mentos and soda bottles to create a beautiful carbonic acid fountain. Now, these guys, however, use dry ice, thus making homemade explosives.
Let's see your head. Oh.
Jesus!
You okay?
What? Wait, these are idiots.
So I guess I should take the dry ice out of my carry-on bag and put that in check-in. Probably not going to have a lot of luck with that in the Sprite bottle today, huh?
No, definitely not.
That was pretty awesome, though.
I wish we could do that if no one could get hurt.
No,
I
we
mean,
should do that.
You
Who
could
cares
do
if
it.
people get hurt? Let's do it in the parking lot.
We'll get our wiffle bat people to come out and blow,
yeah.
blow themselves up.
Put a bucket over this bottle. It's totally cool.
All right, now that we have literally seen everything the internet has to offer today, it's time to move on.
Yeah, but if you'd like a trip down memory lane, who doesn't love to reminisce?
Oh, I do.
Go to attackoftheshow.com for the links to everything you just saw. But right now, folks, here's Layla Cayley with the only news that you need to know.
Thanks, Kevin. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, media mogul Rupert Murdoch has a job opening. Stick around to see if you qualify. Plus, find out what superhero goodies DC Comics is giving away for free. And why is Lindsay Lohan being shipped off to Iraq? It's all coming your way later in the feed. But first, back to the couch.
Thank you, Layla. Right now, let's check in with our anchor of the northeast corner of our set, Zach Selwyn.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, what's up, guys? How
going
you doing?
on?
Nice. Oh, how you doing?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're live. We certainly are. I'm excited because today we have a terrific band on the show. They're called Year Long Disaster. Sounds like my scabies. Anyway, they feature Rich Mullins, who may or may not be the son of Sean Mullins, Daniel Davies, who may or may not be the son of the legendary Dave Davies of the Kinks, and Brad Hargraves, who we don't even know if he has a father. But he was in Third Eye Blind. Now, two of those things may or may not be true. Am I confusing you? Don't worry, because stick around. This is what rock and roll is all about. And today, it's going to be like having Led Zepp or a little Cream Clapton on the show. It's going to be like 1974 all over again. I'm going to the Rainbow on the Hyatt House after this. These guys are good. Stick around.
Nice.
Nice.
Lots of stuff going on with that band
A lot
today.
of
Who would've
stuff.
known? Now, these days, they might be the dog days of gaming, but there's a big fire brewing in the video game world. The creators of Grand Theft Auto, of course, Rockstar Games, they've announced a release date for Bully, in which a 15-year-old student uses weapons to kind of defeat bullies and can occasionally fight teachers, get in trouble, etc.
Sounds like a good idea. A number of organizations have protested its release, though, saying it'll increase school violence.
But is this just a hot-button issue crafted by politicians to make it look like they're actually working on something for a change?
Well, we want to know what you guys think. Do violent video games cause real-world violence?
That's deep, man.
That is deep, isn't it? I made it myself. I came up with it
like
just
it that
this
way.
morning. Vote at our website at attackoftheshow.com or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS live news alerts. Now stay with us. We are armed with smoke bombs and about to make things go boom. Boom.
Boom!
Oh my God.
Next, who is this guy? And why does he care what video games you play?
These games are leading to violence.
And later, how dirty is too dirty? The answer is in your pants. Attack is coming right back.
Attack of the show. Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Today, we are live and we're itching for a fight because before the break, we asked you, do you think violent video games cause real-world violence? Well, according to our bloody and submissive vote counters, a resounding 91% of you said no, they don't. Now over to a man who wishes in-game hookups resulted in real-world dates, Mr. Kevin Elder Pereira.
Oh, I wish they translated. They just don't, no matter how much you play them. Yesterday, Rockstar Games announced that the new game Bully is coming out in October, and today, violence in video games is a hot topic once again. The link between virtual violence and real crime continues to be an explosive topic. So strap on your flame-retardant helmet because we're heading headfirst into the loop. Joining us via satellite to help us make sense of all the violent madness, attorney and conservative activist Jack Thompson is here. Mark Friedler, CEO of leading industry newsletter Game Daily, joins us, and our resident gaming expert and X-Play co-host, Adam Sessler. Gentlemen, welcome to the loop. Mr. Thompson, I'd like to start with you, sir, because you personally led protests against the game Bully, and I'm wondering, do you have something against the game in particular, or do you just not want it to be released altogether?
Well, in 1999, I represented 6 parents whose 3 children were shot and killed in Paducah, Kentucky. Michael Carneal trained on the game Doomed to do it. A week before Columbine, I predicted Columbine on the Today Show. And every bullying expert who's aware of this game has predicted that this game will lead to real-world violence in schools. The American Psychological Association in August of 2005 issued a blockbuster report which says that there's a direct causal link between interactive gameplay of violent games and real-world increased aggression and violence in adolescents and teenagers. So, you know, your poll of your viewers, who are mostly gamers, is interesting.
Of course.
But
now,
it flies in the face of all the science and all the medicine.
True. Now, Adam, now that study that Jack is referring to said there was a link.
Yeah,
there are other studies that came out that said it also shows that, you know, violent people tend to like violent images, which was also represented in that same study. Do you believe that Bully is going to be responsible for an increase in any violent crimes?
No, it's on the face of it kind of preposterous. And you know what? It's actually really disturbing and intellectually dishonest and somewhat pernicious to try to say that with all the other ills in the world, where you have kids that are getting absolutely poor education in public schools, where they're not getting good medical care given to our healthcare system, and with the fact that people can't seem to get a decent job. Though, what is causing trouble among America's youth in schools? Oh, it has to be a video game. Anyone of thought should find that insulting at the face of it.
So the solution to bad grades is for kids to spend more time playing video games?
Bad
is that
grades?
your answer?
We are talking about violence. I believe that there are greater reasons for the social ills of adolescent violence than playing a video game, because I believe that violence was existing prior to the release of even Pong.
Mark, what do you think about this?
You know,
Have video games led to this huge disturbance? Is Bully going to be responsible for violent crime in schools?
Well, it's an interesting question, and in fact, on our Game Daily newsletter just a few months ago, we had a very in-depth article about violence and the causality of games and violence in youth, and in fact, the findings of the psychologist who wrote that article, and it was a very scholarly article. In fact, if you go to our site, GameDaily.com, and type in violence, you'll be able to find it. That flies in the face of what Mr. Thompson is saying. And from what I understand of Bully, I haven't seen the game, but I understand it's kind of tongue-in-cheek. It's, you know, it's a game after all. Now, we don't, as a newsletter or as our consumer site, we don't condone gratuitous violence in any way, shape, or form. It just happens to be that is one of the expressions, you know, that happens in video games. However, I personally, as a father, am a lot more concerned about the really vile lyrics that I hear in hip-hop music all day long, the stuff I see on TV, even the things I see on cartoons on TV. So I think overt violent images aren't really a positive thing for society,
of
but
course.
at the same time,
Mark,
it's
I want to bring this back
completely
to Bully, though, because that's the topic at hand here. And Jack, have you spent any time with Bully? Have you actually seen the game being played at all?
No, really, nobody has, except people that Rockstar and Take-Two want to see it. But what I provided on the internet were exclusive screenshots, not the 3 that Rockstar had up for months, showing a dunking of a black student's head in a dirty toilet, body slamming, punching, the descriptions of the game itself in which you use slingshots to shoot people and bludgeon teachers and students with cricket bats. I mean, this is
actually, you know what? Actually, Rockstar has actually come out and said that the hurting of teachers is not something that happens in the game, and then much of the stuff that you're describing, well, even I at one point did believe that might be the subject matter of the game, has been repeatedly denied by Rockstar. I don't understand why you can't even at least give them the benefit of the doubt until the game comes out.
Well, let me tell you a couple reasons why we shouldn't give Take-Two the benefit of the doubt. One is, this is the company that said they didn't put the hot coffee sex mod in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, number 1. Number 2 is there have been earlier descriptions of the game in which you bludgeon teachers, and they didn't disavow them. Now, there's been a year since I sued retailers, also got the 4th largest school district in the country to pass a resolution condemning the game and its release, and it may in fact be that Take-Two has modified the game because of that pressure. There's a real simple solution here. That is, show me the game. Give me the game, and I'll play it, and I'll let them know whether or not I or anybody else has a problem with it. But what they want to do is
waiting to do, Jack. So why don't we just hold off until the game comes out?
Because it's going to then be out. They want to keep it under wraps until it's released, and then the horse is out of the barn. But you're speaking as if some type of virus that will suddenly infect all of us who have lay hands on, and suddenly we'll just have rampant violence. I think even you would have to acknowledge that that's a rather insane thing to try to claim. Claim what?
Well, you're claiming that this game, if we don't stop it before it's released, will cause rampant violence among many teens who actually get their hands on it, especially if it does get the T rating. On the face of it, it just doesn't hold.
What you need to do is actually do real research rather than state your position, because it's the American Psychological Association, not Jack Thompson.
There are many reports
of direct causal link.
I want to interrupt here real quick because I want to go to Mark, because you are a parent here. I'm curious, has your child
I'm a
ever
parent
been
too.
Okay, well, Jack, for you as well, but to Mark specifically here, has your child ever seen maybe or perhaps heard of another child having his head dunked in a toilet or being punched or kicked? Aren't these images that children may have been exposed to many times before in thousands of other situations?
I mean, my 2 boys punch and kick each other all the time. They've never played video games, so, there you have it. And they're 4 and 6. But seriously, I mean, to Mr. Thompson's point, look, gratuitous violence isn't great, but at the same time, we live in still a free country. The First Amendment is still here. Creative expression is protected, and at the end of the day, it's the responsibility of parents to decide what their young kids consume, and it's the responsibility of parents to know how their kids spend their time. So if there's something if there's something that Mr. Thompson finds objectionable, he's in every right to keep his kids or his relatives or whomever he wants away from it. But he's not in his right to tell. Well, it is the issue.
Well, I think actually what might be a better...
No, I'm sorry it isn't, because let me tell you. In the UK, they have laws that prevent the sale of adult and adult-themed, mature-rated games to kids. They have a First Amendment or its equivalent there.
No, they do not.
Point is, of course they do.
They do not have any type of constitution with something sanctioned as the First Amendment is in this country.
All right, folks.
That's absolutely
we got to keep the debate
incorrect.
on this shore, unfortunately. And we can debate whether or not game developers or rating systems or the government are to blame. But until parents are willing to accept some responsibility for their actions of their children, yada, yada, so on and so forth. Thanks to our guests, Jack, Mark, and, of course, Adam, for keeping us in the loop. It's definitely a hot topic, and I'm sure we'll get back to it at some point in the near future. Olivia, can you start the healing process, please?
I can and I will, Kevin. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to slide into your pants a little bit later and talk about how some chicks have bad hygiene. Not me, of course, not me. And then Kevin trades serpent puns with snakes on a plane star, Juliana Margulies. Stay tuned. We're TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Just hold me and tell me it's going to be okay.
No.
I don't want to play games. Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We're live, and as always, we're incorrigible. Let's see what crazy Olivia's up to.
Got some bedroom problems? Something you're not really comfortable asking a licensed medical professional? Well, don't you worry your pretty little head. Just relax, get ready to cough, bend over, and let me in your pants. Okay, as always, sex columnist Anna David is here with me to help address your sex and relationship problems. Let's just jump right in it, shall we? Okay, our first question comes from a guy who's having a little problem with his girlfriend's hygiene.
All right, my girlfriend is a complete slob. She doesn't wear deodorant. She smells real bad down there, and her feet smell terrible. How can I tell her without hurting her feelings?
Okay, if it's a girl that you're sleeping with, it's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You can always kind of incorporate like bathing into the sexual thing. Have you ever done that? Like you take a shower, you know, you can bathe her, you can like sponge her, kiss her neck. I mean, that's a good way to kind of.
But he also said she doesn't wear deodorant.
Right.
So what are you gonna make that sexual every morning? Come here, baby.
Let me sexually apply deodorant on you. Well, I mean, also you can talk to her. I mean, there are definitely guys out there who like the au naturel thing.
But he's not.
And you're not. And so, you know, if you broach it like in a sort of, you know, non-accusatory, non-confrontational way and just say, you know, I noticed that you don't.
Yeah. And sometimes making a joke out of it. You know, if you just kind of make a joke.
Ooh, I don't recommend the joke.
I think like maybe a little bit or something. There's got to be some way to move on. But basically try to approach it in a nice way and.
Yeah. Bathe her. That's a temporary solution.
Bathe her. Just bathe her.
Just continue to bathe her.
That's her advice. Bathe her. Next up is a guy who's thinking about some recreational drug use.
I'm considering trying Viagra. Not that I need it, just to see if sex will be better with it. Is it worth a try?
God, that accent is good enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
You know, try Viagra or don't. I don't care.
Well, have you done the? Have you had sex with the guy on Viagra?
No, I have not. But I did speak to a doctor about it. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I haven't. Essentially, what this doctor said is that if you don't need it, it's not going to work, but it could have a strong placebo effect. So you could be like...
Wait, what does that mean exactly?
It means that, like, he could think he's the man, and, you know, so he can go all night and all that stuff, but it's really just in his head. But the head is the most important sex organ, so...
That's true. And plus, you know, honestly, if a guy goes all night long, I mean, it's great, you know, to go on for a long time, but, I mean, sometimes you're just like, get off me.
Yeah, exactly.
Get off me, and then he's still hard, and...
But I have a friend who's married who takes Levitra, and he swears by it. He says that he's hard for days.
So I guess it won't hurt you, so go ahead and give it a try. And our last question comes from a guy searching for alternatives.
My girlfriend hates using the pill for medical reasons, and to be honest, I hate using condoms. Are there any safe and reliable alternatives?
Okay, first of all, love the accent.
Second of all, like, why all the Brits today?
I know, I love it.
You know, there are alternatives
to birth control pill.
Yes, to the pill and the condoms. I mean, there's the IUD,
the injection.
You can well, okay. They have this Norplant thing that works for up to 5 years, but you can't get it in the U.S. anymore. But your doctor, your gyno, can order it.
Okay.
And that's something they plant in you. You can get injections
into the woman, not the man.
Into the woman.
Okay.
And it's good for 5 years. But the reason it's not in the U.S. anymore is that there were like lawsuits about
that's crazy.
getting it removed. There's the sponge.
Yeah.
Remember that Seinfeld?
Yeah, I remember. There's no more left. Yeah, there's sponge. And then there's the female condom.
There's the female condom. You know, the rates of pregnancy with the female condom are pretty high, but they say it's because people aren't using it correctly. It's not that it's less effective than the male condom, it's just that there's less known about how to put it on right.
Yeah, so there's a lot out there. You just have to ask your doctor and
find out. And as a last resort, there's like Plan B. You can take that the morning after pill.
I'm just kidding. The morning after.
We don't go there.
I'm
we
just
keep it
kidding,
light here.
people. All right, the morning after pill, it's not an abortion pill at all, just so you know. It just prevents the
as long as you get if you take it up to 3 days after, but take it as soon as possible. But that is not a good form of birth control.
No, you should always be wrapping it up because you always dribble before you shoot, boys. Little word to the wise. You know, we want to be as explicit as we are when it comes to sex, so prove it, guys. Send us your questions at g4tv.com/video voicemail. And to find out more about Anna David, go to annadavid.com.
Hey, friends. All right. So you're looking for alternatives to condoms or the pill? Listen, Papa Pereira's got some insight. How about you just suck it up, you meat grinder? You're getting laid. Don't ruin it. Who cares if she's on the pill? It's not like you can feel it.
Coming up later, Juliana Margulies talks about snakes. Then, it's a live performance by Hard Rockers' Year-Long Disaster. Stay tuned for more Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Now I look off up to here, and then you look beyond me.
Oh,
beyond me.
Beyond.
Welcome back to a live Attack of the Show. Coming up in this half hour, we'll meet up with Snakes on a Plane flight attendant Juliana Margulies and see which is a bigger threat to planes, snakes or cell phones.
I can't read the prompter.
That's why we break it. And we do
got
it.
it.
Yes.
All right,
okay.
plus, I'm putting, yeah, listen to this. I'm a tarantula on Kevin. No kidding. You get
You're not
payback.
doing it, but
Payback's a
whatever.
bitch.
Okay.
And today is Live Music Thursday presented by Dentine Ice. We'll have Year-Long Disaster joining us.
And they rock.
They
by the
do
way.
rock.
Utterman Soundcheck. Very rocking. But before that, we've got the only news you need to know. It's the feed.
Thanks, Kevin. You are indeed correct. I'm Layla Cayley, and it's time to start the feed. Media robber baron Rupert Murdoch is looking to fill a brand new position, head of PC gaming. Unfortunately, no one's quite sure why. The job description gives scant details as to what exactly the person would be doing, but it refers to a broadband games destination being developed by News Corp. It's believed that Murdoch, who already owns IGN and MySpace, has his sights on AOL and that he wants to get into broadband internet and online gaming. Whatever the reason, if you're an unemployed gaming exec, you might want to polish up that resume just in case. A college-bound teen has devised a novel plan to ease the burden of student loans and tuition, and it involves eBay. Ron Steen, a native of Anaheim, is offering 2% of his lifetime career earnings in exchange for $100,000 towards his college expenses. Steen's auction explains that he's a good kid, has no drug or debt problems, was the host of a local TV show in Anaheim, and expects to earn $30 million in his lifetime. He is, however, a communications major, so, take it all with a grain of salt. DC Comics has partnered with website UGO to deliver issues of its Superheroes in Crisis series 52 online for free. The first issue, conveniently titled 52 Week 1, is already online with subsequent issues being posted each week. The series charts a mysterious 52-week period in the lives of some of DC Comics' biggest superheroes. UGO has also compiled a handy 52 recap column so that new fans can get caught up on the series. And finally, sometime actress Lindsay Lohan wants to follow in the footsteps of her idol, Marilyn Monroe, and be murdered for sleeping with a Kennedy. I'm just kidding. She wants to head overseas to entertain our troops. Lohan claims she wants to travel to Iraq alongside Senator Hillary Clinton to help boost the morale of U.S. soldiers, just as Monroe did in Korea in 1954. When asked for comment, Paris Hilton scoffed that Iraq is so 2003 and that no one goes there anymore. She was later photographed in Syria with Jeremy Piven. Well, that's all for today. Be sure to check out g4tv.com/thefeed for all the news you need to know. Now wipe your chin because you've been fed. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Layla. Now, G4's Icons is a day and the life of today's pop culture institutions. They make, break, and rewrite the rules for everyone, and only Icons gives you a true inside look at what makes your heroes tick.
Keep your eyes and mind open and question everything is the motto that artist and activist Shepard Fairey lives by. At age 19, Fairey began plastering image of the Andre the Giant on any surface he could find. And today, that image has become known around the world as the
Obey Giant.
You've witnessed the Icon take over the world. Find out what he wants and who controls him. Artists can change how we see the world, but the likes of Shepard Fairey have that special ability to change how the world views art.
People like Shepard will save America.
His Obey Art project is known the world over, though he's operated anonymously in the shadows.
You know, I'm not trying to just be disruptive for the sake of being disruptive.
Depending on how you see his work, Shepard Fairey is an artist, vandal, entrepreneur, saboteur, and visionary icon.
Shepard Fairey, Icon.
Anybody want a peanut? Ah, Mr. Ferry. Now, when he said obey, the world listened.
Make sure you tune in when G4 takes a look at the life of the true original on Icons, Shepard Fairey, Saturday, August 12th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, please reduce your metabolic processes to only necessary life support. Don't move. Seriously, don't. We have lots more ahead, like a rock band and a poison spider that I'll actually put on Kevin. All on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Attack of the show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Now, ready or not, Attack of the Show is coming to you live from Sin City all next week.
STDs. Starting Monday, August 14th, Attack of the Show presents Las Vegas 06 Live. Partying, gambling, celebrities, strip clubs, and cat houses. We're giving you the full-service Vegas experience.
And we'll be hanging poolside with Krista Allen, Joe Rogan, Chris Jericho, James LaShore from the TV show Las Vegas himself, and so many more.
And of course, we're doing it right, so party with us, won't you? All next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here, when Attack of the Show presents Las Vegas 06 Live.
Now, by the end of the week, I don't know if you knew this, but I might actually be stripping.
For money this time, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
People make a living off that?
Some can. Some can.
I can't. Not, you know.
You're fine.
I'm going to work
We're
on
good.
those.
We're
Work
good.
on the bad boys.
You'll be all right. I'll throw a quarter your way.
Oh, nice.
Now, Sam Jackson, he's great and all, but he's got nothing on his Snakes on a Plane co-star, Juliana Margulies. You know what I'm talking about? Those
Beautiful.
eyes, that spunk, that hair, Juliana. If you're watching this right now, this is me. Bing! Pushing my flight attendant call button. I need some peanuts. Some lovin'. Juliana.
Yes.
Snakes on a Plane. Your agent comes to you, hands you a script. Does it say Snakes on a Plane on the title, and do you throw coffee in his face?
No, it said Pacific Air 121, known as Snakes on a Plane, formerly known as Snakes on a Plane. And I said, are you... Joke?
You know all those security scenarios we ran? Well, I'm smack in the middle of one we didn't think of.
And I was like, well, it's Sam Jackson.
I have had it with these mother snakes on this mother plane.
It's called Snakes on a Plane. You go to this movie because of the title. Went and met David Ellis, the director. He was such a hoot. He said, come on, Juliana, we're just gonna go. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna make this fun. And
we got a plane. We got some snakes.
We have some snakes on a plane. It's Vancouver, you know. Come on. And I was like, okay, I'm in.
You play a stewardess in the movie, correct?
We like to say flight attendant.
Flight attendant. Did you have to study the pre-flight check-in?
I did a scene in the movie, I don't know if it's still in it, where I get to do...
You point the exits?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I do the
fantastic.
exits, I do the whole mask over the head.
The bag may not inflate, but oxygen is
Exactly.
flowing.
Now, we did have a technical, real flight attendant there who showed us exactly how to do everything.
Did she teach you how to
She was
hit?
a little impressed with my skills.
Really? Did she show you how to hit the elbows with the cart as you're going down the aisle?
The
'Cause that's a
cart,
skill in it.
the cart was a good skill, but you know I'm strong, and I managed the cart on my own.
Anything else I should know about you?
Could you help me understand the gravity of this film, Juliana? Because I'm wondering what could possibly be more deadly: a cell phone during in-flight takeoff, or snakes on a plane?
Ultimately, a snake is probably the bigger of those two evils.
I would agree. That's correct. What about a seat back and tray table that's not in the upright and locked position, or snakes on a plane?
Well, my guess is that probably snake on a plane would be more detrimental.
She's good. She's
Yeah.
good. I can't phase her.
Oh, thank you.
Juliana, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure,
And best
pleasure.
of luck with the film.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure talking with you.
Did you guys hear that? Yeah, you looked a little flirty with Juliana.
Look, I mean, you can't help it. Clearly, she wanted to lunge, but I kept her
I
at bay.
restrain myself every day. I totally know what she's going through.
What are
It's
you gonna
hard.
do? It's unprofessional when we're making
It
TV.
is.
Look, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. I think I've actually told him 1,000 times, really. Snakes on a Plane opens everywhere August 18th.
All right, we'll be back with Year-Long Disaster performing live. Stay with us. We're TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. You cannot rape me right now.
Whoa.
Snakes on a Plane in theaters August 18th. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the fright.
What's going on here?
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We're live and ready to rock out. Here's Year-Long Disaster. What's happening? sure to check out Year-Long Disaster out on tour with Clutch starting in September. And visit attackoftheshow.com for more information. Now, don't you go leaving on us. Coming up, the tarantula is going on Kevin. And we're taking your video voicemail questions after this on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Nice job, guys.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, you have no idea what this means. To catch up, go to attackoftheshow.com.
Attack of the Show.
I stopped showing it because it's
We're
not
talking
happening.
tarantulas right now.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We're live, and right now we're talking to you in the army of monitor heads. Who do we have, Olivia?
Jesse from Texas.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey guys, this is Jesse. So I want to know, what's the most violent act you've ever performed in a video game?
And that thick Texas accent, it was hard for me to understand, Jesse, there.
Maybe he's from, like, northern Texas.
Yes, must be, the more liberal part. For me, it was last night playing Dead Rising. I got the like the lawnmower with the wood chipper attachment kind of thing and drove through a pile of zombies and it hacked them all up to pieces.
Was it really
awesome.
Descriptive? Like, you could see,
Oh,
like,
there was blood
It
everywhere.
sounds-
It was clearly a murder simulator, is what it was.
Nice.
Because now I'm going to Home Depot after the show and I'm going through 3rd Street Promenade.
And what I learned in the what I learned in the loop is you'll probably act that out after this.
Exactly. That's
That's
the
how
point.
it happens
Yeah.
in video games.
All right, next up we have Mark from Philly.
All right, here's one for you. Were you guys picked on in high school, or were you the bully?
Oh.
I was picked on a lot. This one time, this whole group of girls came up to me, and I was in 8th grade, and they told me they hated me and thought I was not nice.
Wow.
But I was new. I was there for like a day.
Oh, yeah, so you totally deserved it. Well, I'm just,
Coming up tomorrow, we're totally new and fresh as we go inside the new horror film Pulse and watch as Layla hangs with Korn. We had a great loop today with Adam Sessler going head-to-head with Jack Thompson about video game violence, and it's going on our website at attackoftheshow.com directly following the show.
Yeah,
Amazing
get it there.
loop.
Finally, I cheated at rock, paper, scissors yesterday.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it's totally valid because you fell for it and the snakes were dumped on you, so I think we're good here.
The thing
we
is,
don't need the
I'd
whole
like
tarantula.
to call this out is that either way I was going to do it because I know you're a big scaredy, you know.
Yeah, I don't like reptiles.
So I was
going to
do it either way. But we do have your punishment. Revenge is a bitch. So today I'm putting a tarantula on Kevin. 10 seconds on the clock.
Where are we
10
putting it?
seconds on the clock.
I've read like an Animal Planet, or I saw
You
a
know,
high-def
okay,
special. It's not supposed to go on your face.
Then put it in your hand. Will you hold it? Are you that
all right,
scared?
bring in the tarantula. Let's do it.
All right,
How long
10
do I have to hold
seconds. For 10 seconds.
Oh, I really don't want to. Do I really have to? Oh, don't crawl out of my hand. Oh, God. Oh, that's disgusting. And it's got...
Wait, put 2 hands together, because what if it falls?
I don't...
I think you could... If it falls, you'll kill it.
It's got 8 angry eyes, and I do not like this at all.
Wait,
and it's hairy.
hold
and
on. I think...
When did the show become Fear Factor?
Wait.
Can we get rid of this?
Wait, will you kiss it now?
I'll give it a lick.
Oh, my God, seriously, do it. Do it.
I'll give it a little lick.
Good night, everyone. Watch this. Get a close-up. Kiss it.